let's go. Ain't nobody going in like me. I'm a mix of a man and beast. The way I stomp on a random beat. I got the drip and I plant the seed. Put in work and expand my reach. I keep my cool like antifreeze. If they don't wanna clap like an amputee, it's me against the world, guarantee. Like Tupac, I used to party in the street with a boombox.
I would have to say my top 3 exercises that really target and really focuses on glutes would be definitely hip thrust is at the top of that list. So there's a lot of, I don't do squats for glutes and other, but I believe that squats is like one of the most like tried and true exercises that really kicks your butt, literally and figuratively. Like it really works on developing your glutes. Yes, it's for legs. Yes, you're developing your quads, but you have to really get in there and stabilize with the glutes in order to get that. Definitely, I would keep that in there to get your glutes. My next favorite would be the abductors. So whether it's the standing or the seated ones, the abductors really light up your glutes. I love these ones because you really can't cheat on this one. Sitting, you can kind of, you know, worm your way out of it. This one's hard to cheat on. So I really like those 3. So those would be my top 3. There's other really good ones, but it would be hip thrust, squats definitely, and abductors, standing abductors. With hip thrusters, most people just drop their glutes and lift at the top. It's not just about lifting and dropping your hips. When you get to the top of the movement, you almost have to do that pelvic tilt to really flex the glutes at the top. So you bring it down, come up, and flex, do that pelvic tilt at the top. So up and down. And it's a very fluid movement. You don't have to like 1, 2, 3. It's just literally up and tuck. So once you add the right amount of weight, you'll feel every single rep. Again, it's an exercise that you can go pretty heavy on, depending on your level of experience, but it's all about working your way up. Oh, I felt those. Oh, man. So there's 2 variations of these. You can either sit up a little bit more high, or you can really lean into it. Leaning into it really targets your glutes a lot. So I usually start here just to kind of get it going. And then about halfway through, I'll really lean into it. And again, I like full range, so I'll come all the way in and drive out. 2 variations. You don't have to do them together. I just like to mix it up. So I start a little bit more upright, and then I'll lean into the second half of it. And I go for about 20 reps on each set. So it will really light up your glutes for sure, for sure, for sure. Ooh, holy schmoly. Oh, you can actually do these with a regular bench. I will show you. Come with me. So you can use a regular bench in the gym, or you can use, if you've got like boxes, plyo boxes, you can do like literally flat on here and then do the same exercise, right? You can add some weight. You can put dumbbells between your feet and do the lift, so you have a little bit of resistance. If you have the facility where you can attach bands, I'm not too big on bands, so I won't instruct people to use bands necessarily. I don't think you get the same level of effectiveness from bands as you do from weights. And I used to do these before I got introduced to machines that were actually made for that. So you can always find a way to make things work for you.
It's a matter of time until I blow up. You wanna hate on me? I'm like, so what? You won't say a word when I show up.
One of the reasons why I like a more isolated exercise is if you've got areas of weakness that you need to like really target, you can isolate those specific points and really target those muscles. So sometimes I find that if I'm doing a lying hamstring curl and I'm doing both legs, I can literally feel myself if I'm pulling on one side more. Sometimes that's an indication that you need to really focus mind muscle, or there's a weakness in one of your hammies. So you might need to focus more on that particular side that's lagging. So I find that a lot of people tend to neglect training their calves, and I'm probably one of them. I do train them, but I feel like I could do more, especially if it's a muscle that doesn't develop very easily for you. you should try to target it at least once or twice, minimum once a week, twice if you can. There's different angles that I like to use when I'm doing calves. So I'll do just your standard straight seated calf raises. Then I'll turn my heels in and do it on the inside, and then I'll turn it and turn the toes in and then do another set. So I try to do, depending on the weight, 10 straight, 10 on the angles for 30 reps. And then as you get heavier again, you can always come down in the repetition. For a good calf stretch, I like to just go up against the wall. So I place my foot here and I just rock side to side. So right to left. And that will give your calf a really nice stretch. The more you lean into that, you're going to get more of a stretch on the calves. Due to what you can handle. If it feels too much, just back it off a little bit. You definitely want to stretch them, especially if you're not hitting them as often, you're going to feel them. So you want to stretch them out after, for sure. And that's it. Perfect diamond calves. Oh man. I'm not gonna finish the sideline.